What is going on, everyone? Today, I bring you here to watch some Age of Mythology, the Titans action. That didn't quite work as well, did it? I gotta stop trying to improvise. Sporting in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Yoshii. His name is Odin. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm just gonna leave it like that. You know what I did. I know what I did. And we're just gonna move past it. Because in the blue color, playing as Max Train, also known as Shelty, he is Gaia. Wait. We did it again, didn't we? I think I've lost my sanity. I've gone insane. One of the two. We already see hand axe coming through for Shelty in this one. We do have a Gaia versus Odin matchup. Game number 2. Shelty taking that first win with some solid set play there. And yeah, that's the rub of it. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fantastic. We have seen a very, 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 very short Gaia versus Odin game in this tournament thus far. I'm going to give credit where credit's due, as Yoshii's doing something absolutely amazing. Look at this. Tree was chopped down. It had its ox cart on the tree. He then sent the ox cart over to the gold mine. He moved the villagers from the tree over to the Aurochs. He dragged the Auroch onto the town center and he skipped himself an ox cart. He is saving himself bank here. No, he is earning bank here by doing this. This is peak, absolute peak Norse gameplay. And if you guys don't want to, he also went dwarf first. Look at, he also went dwarf first. The madman, the man of pure insanity right now. Okay, that's enough praise to Yoshii, because we'll see what's going to happen, because I believe that Shelty was the one who beat Gaia in this matchup in record time with he really imagined forest fire, or more so Scardy did not imagine forest fire. So he's going to be prepared, I must assume, to not lose at that point in this game. So we'll see how things are going to go. He puts his forest down on top of a sentry tower, which is a little bit of a mistake, because it does mean that forest fire can potentially kill that sentry tower. But that being said, it's not that important of a tower where that's concerned, as the citizens are going to be making their way up onto these Aurochs over here, enjoying those. And we do see that there's a slight mistake here from Yoshii. I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna throw this one out there. When you get the second ox cart out to put the villagers over onto wood, he could have started to drag the Aurochs over onto this ox cart and had 0 walking time, but instead he's going to have to go onto this Auroch and build an ox cart here. He could have skipped the ox cart up until the actual classical age, which would have been pretty huge as well, nonetheless. Anyways, we'll see how things are going to go. Relics over here, we've got the Fetters of Fenrir. We've also got over here the Blanket of Empress Zoe. Both of these relics not the best. Actually, Blanket of Empress Zoe is pretty good here for Gaia with the reduction of building crush vulnerability there of 5%. Fetters of Fenrir here not going to be that useful. There are actually quite a few Aurochs here and boars, so maybe it's pretty good. But we'll see how things are going to go. Now, a lot of players come into this matchup very, very concerned as we see something incredibly, incredibly interesting coming through here for Shelty. I have not seen this god picked on a non-water map in a very, very long time. Shelty is going for Oceanus. For some reason, they called it Oceanus in the data files. That's why it shows up over here as Oceanus. Anytime you see a funky spelling or anything over here, that's actually what Ensemble Studios did way back in the day. So there's some behind the scenes knowledge for you that also they misspelt Ragnarok hero in the files as well. So there's that as well. They didn't misspell it on the actual name of the unit, but little tidbits there, they can really help you out. Anyways, so yeah, basically, wait, did Yoshii actually pick that one up? He did. He got himself the Fetters of Fenrir. I thought he was Thor for a second now. Now, not only does Yoshii have the bonus that Thor gets through a technology, but he also gets the secondary bonus of said technology as well by getting this relic. So both things very, very good. Town center coming up on the front here for Yoshii as the Caladria is now out. Military barracks, double military barracks coming down for Shelty, but Yoshii doesn't care. He's like, I'm going town center here, bro. What are you going to do about it? As Shelty at this point, he's just like, I'm going for early bite of the shark. Maybe. He's probably not. He's probably just going to go for Murmillos. But early bite of the shark, and we're going to make Murmillos. Okay, so double Murmillos here for Shelty to kick this one off. This town center is absolutely brutal. The Caladria at this point. Oh! I actually love that, though it's not as good as you might think. You could put the villagers onto these berry bushes over here inside of this in this manner. It could be really, really nice and safe as we do see Murmillo coming over. Murmillo hero on the way. Citizen going to be popping back out. Caladria can start healing them back up again, though it doesn't happen automatically, which is a little bit sad. But what I would have preferred to see here is that Caladria moving around and potentially dropping that Carnivora onto the town center here, settlement to delay this one, and then a full-on rush onto that location would have been really, really good. But Shelty doesn't do that. Yoshii gets to the town center. Yoshi's got himself a longhouse. Yoshii is in a fantastic position right now. Shelty is going to have to figure this one out off of one town center here without any myth units to help support a push. He's going to have to figure this one out because he doesn't have access to the automatons. He might have to just go to the heroic age and go for a timing push, but that does give Yoshii plenty of time to get to the mythic heroic age himself and have access to Frost. As the units of Yoshii starting to push across the map, they do kind of high five each other, seeing each other move past each other there. As the bearer is a little bit confused about where it wants to go. The citizen's still getting healed back up by said Caladria, as we do see a little cheeky raid coming in here as the Carnivora gets thrown down, eating one of those Ulfsark there for some free damage. But the Carnivora getting taken down very, very fast here by the Herso. Though the Herso does get taken out as the Ulfsark going to go down. Another Ulfsark might fall here. This Carnivora is getting a lot of value, ladies and gentlemen, though he's not microed to get that next special ability off. The Carnivora goes down. Throw an Axeman popping out here. Shelty needs to think about retreating here. He doesn't have the Carnivora on this position either. Meanwhile, over on this position here, double Caladria are out here for Shelty as he is trying his best to make this one work. Bite of the Shark coming in as well for Shelty at this point. Is that too little too late for that upgrade? As we do see the villagers going to be retreating back. We got the Murmillo hero coming out. One little hidden bonus of the Bite of the Shark that came in with, I think, patch 5.0, maybe even patch 4.0, was Bite of the Shark actually gives bonus damage to Murmillos against myth units, not Murmillos, but Murmillo heroes against myth units. So these Murmillo heroes now actually pick off myth units much, much stronger. But double Caladria out for Shelty to get that healing value. These are actually kind of cheap. 100 wood, 25 gold, 10 favor. If you heal up one Murmillo from like 1 HP, that's basically getting yourself 85 resources there. So healing up a couple of Murmillo is paying for that Caladria in spades. Though you do already have one, and it does heal really fast. I'm not sure if the 2 is 100% necessary, as units are going to be pushing out across the map. The big problem here, though, for Shelty is that Yoshii is 2 town centers, and he is making throwing axemen, which really counter his Murmillo army at this point. But one thing that he can do with these Caladria is he can use them as a defense or as a distraction here by running or flying across the top of those thrown axemen and actually dodge the axes because he's got 6.0 speed. The more I'm seeing this, the more I'm like, Shelty, you're kind of a genius, but this is also kind of trolling. And maybe it's actually really, really good if done in a different way. We'll see if it's going to work out for him as he's going to attempt to push through here. He's still got 3 Caladria at this point, deleting that Oracle there as well, trying to pump up that economy here, the production. But at this point, Yoshii, he's still going for raids over here. There are a handful of Murmillo to defend on this position as more Murmillos are coming in. It's Murmillo, medium Murmillo here with Bite of the Shark against medium Ulfsark. They basically have the same amount of HP. If you can garrison into the into the mana there and get those healed back up, that would be very, very good. As the Galadria scouting out over on that position, more Mermillo coming through here to defend on this position here, as they will be retreating away. Do we see more Galadria coming out? No, not just yet. As the unit's pushing over here, still great population here for Yoshii. His macro in this game has been absolutely out of this world insane. Being 100 population apiece here against Gaia, one town center Gaia. Obviously, Shelty has paid a little bit of extra resources into some other things here, but this is going incredibly well for Yoshii at this moment, as the Galadria are going to be sitting above, healing up what they can, and can he make this work is the big question. There's Lone Wanderer coming through here. Oh, no, it's not. He doesn't want it. He wants something else. He wants houses or something. I don't know. But still tons of hunt on this position there for Yoshii to boot, as the Ulfsark's trying to sneak through. The Mermillo are in position to defend that one there as well. As Ulfsark's retreating back on this position, we do see the Mermillo coming up here to try and pick that one up as well. Town Center now coming up for Yoshii here on that position there, as we see the Mermillo looking for something to do here. Yoshii here is about to go, not only is he going 3 town centers, genuinely, how is Yoshii's economy this good? He's got pickaxe. Not only is he going heroic age, we finally see a little bit of raids coming in. Not only is Yoshii able to go heroic age here, though it's actually not quite happening just yet because Yoshii has run out of food, or he spent that food on something, but he's got 3 town centers to boot here. But we do see a whole bunch of villager picks there for Shelty. That's exactly what he wants as he retreats away, but Yoshii is basically just going for throw and axeman. He is just playing a defensive game. Still no second town center up for Shelty in the slightest here, as the Ulfs are going to be retreating away. Yoshii in this position going to start getting some damage done over there, as we do see the Carnivora getting dropped down onto this position. Will be able to eat up a throw an axeman or two, distracting where that's concerned. Great micro here from Shelty. Look at this. The Galadria heals the other Galadria, as all of the throw an axeman getting absolutely destroyed there. That fight was absolutely huge for Shelty, as he is breaking through onto this position. The villagers have to retreat away. He's got to take out this town center, and Shelty himself needs to get himself another town center here as soon as he possibly can, as the Shield Maiden Valkyrie here getting pushed away does end up getting sniped down. Great play here from Shelty. He's got such strong Mermillo at this point. He needs to take out the town center as well here, ladies and gentlemen, as now we see him going after that one. Can he heal up the low HP Mermillos here that are targeting down the town center as well, and get a little bit more life out of them while he takes out the town center? Still no town center coming up over here for Shelty. He might decide he wants to go for the heroic age, which could be an option for him, but now we see the villagers going to attempt to retreat away here. You cannot allow these villagers to get out of this position here if your name is Max Train playing as Gaia in this game. You have to pick all of these villagers off so that you can equalize a little bit on the economy, as the town center getting closer and closer to falling here. Will it go down, though, as the Ulfsark swarming in? Town center down to 300 HP, repairing up with a handful of Ulfsark as well. And now Shelty has to retreat away. He's done a lot of damage to the economy of Yoshii, but he has lost a lot of units in the process. As he pulls away, he does need to consider turning around and taking this fight at this position. He can definitely win these fights here. Going to be able to take out that ox cart as well if he focus fires that one down. The villagers retreating away. Ulfsark and Throw an Axeman retreating away as well. Military barracks coming down onto this position with a whole bunch of citizens over here trying to eat up these deer and take them away from Yoshii. Yoshii going to start throwing his shanks into the field here, as the villagers going to be getting very, very angry. Forest fire getting dropped down. Yoshii holding onto that one until 12 minutes and 50 seconds as the citizen need to retreat away. But Yoshii here, not Yoshii, Shelty, he needs to continue to take this fight at this point as the citizens retreating back. Villagers still shanking away on that position here, as the army of Yoshii, of Shelty, cannot get in here because of that forest fire and that town center. He could have run straight through here and taken this fight. Yoshii's only 100 population here. Shelty definitely could take these fights at this moment. One citizen down. Remember that Shelty is only on one town center at the moment, so losing citizen is a really, really big deal. Walls coming up here from Yoshii as well. He's utilizing the walls beautifully. Can't quite get the complete defense there, but more citizens are falling as now the medium Mermiller here with Bite of the Shark coming through. The Terma going to try and target down the Throw an Axeman there. Another Carnivora getting dropped onto this position at the moment to help out, but the Ulfsucks, are they going to be too much here is the big question. The Caladra is trying to heal up as best as they can. We got some counter barracks coming down onto the back here. The villager over here getting taken down as well. More citizens getting cleaned up in the back of this fight here because Yoshii knows he doesn't need to win these fights. He just needs to pick off citizens at this point, especially because they're so naked. No manners here for them to dive into at the moment, as this one going to be getting taken down as well. Town center over here, is it back up to full HP? No, it has not gone back up to full HP. 663 HP has not repaired that one back up in the slightest. All of the Ulfsucks falling here. Yoshii drops down to 81 population. Shelty is down to 91 population. He can jump onto these Aurochs over there. He's got some Aurochs down the bottom. He's got some Hunt over here as well. But he's put farms down in his main base. Does he have plow? Does he have irrigation? He's just got plow as the Terma Mermillo going to get healed back up for the time being. These Caladria still alive in this game, doing a very, very nice job of it as the villagers retreating away here. So far, Shelty has really shown that Oceanus might not be the weakest of gods here in this matchup. Simply just using those Caladria seems to be, and the Carnivora seems to be a really, really good option. However, no more Carnivoras are left. So no more big boosts to the army here for Shelty in this one, as these units over here seemingly getting taken out. A lot of Terma coming out here for Shelty. Is not the unit that he wants here in the slightest, but it's the unit he needs to be making because he just cannot get that food income coming through. Maybe stopping the Terma and making himself some more farms here wouldn't have gone astray. But Yoshii at this point, 1,200 gold in the bank at this moment. The villagers moving around the side of the map, eating all of the Hunt there. As the Ulfsuck trying to move in and trying to snipe off a citizen here. He still does not have himself Lone Wanderer here. So these are still 4.8 speed Ulfsuck. Odin goes up to 5 point something speed there in the end. As one low HP citizen has been spotted by Yoshii as he dives straight in onto that one, takes that one down. The other citizen there very much out of position, might be able to get a big surround on that one. He does get the surround. I think that citizen is going to be taken out on this position as the army of Shelty spots the villagers on this position. The Caladra, you don't want to be showing that they're there. He has the line of sight there on those ones at 20 compared to the villagers, which are only at 14 line of sight as the army sneaking through here. I wonder if Yoshii will spot that or not is the big question. This is really not that many villagers, in all honesty. Not worth sending the entire army there, though he sees the gold mine. This is what he saw. He didn't see the villagers over there as the army of Shelty is coming in onto this position. Yoshii, no reaction just yet. Now he's going for the reaction. Is there any way to get in front of this army for Shelty at this moment? The best way to play when you're in these positions as Atlantean, as anyone in one town center, is if you can get raids, you can keep yourself in this game. Very, very nice. A whole bunch of villagers going to be going down here. But while this is going on, the villagers need to get pulled off of this gold mine because Yoshii, he is not a defender. He is a counter attacker. He is not going to be so worried about this. Just pull off. He's got 3,000 gold in the bank. Instead, hitting the economy of Shelty here as Shelty retreats back into the sentry tower over here. All of the villagers going to be safe here in the main base as the Elves are getting pushed back. Meanwhile, up on this position, the Terma do spot some more villagers over here, going to be taking those out with the Terma at this point. I wouldn't have minded seeing like the Mamillo coming onto this position as the village is going to turn around, start shanking this one down. Good micro there from Shelty, pulling away. They're great movements thus far from Shelty as he's going to try and pick off as many of these units here as he possibly can. Not focusing anymore but on the micro here, but he'll probably still pick off the majority of those villages, which is going to be a big win for him as well. Imagine if Yoshii was in like the heroic age right now, which he could have got to if he didn't go for that third town center, but or if he didn't get hit by that raid from that push from Shelty. He would have been heroic age. He would have had a market. He would have been able to trade this gold for food. He would have been in the mythic age. He would have clicked Ragnarok. The game would have been over. So Shelty here, he is playing the margins incredibly nicely thus far, but he is now 115 population to Yoshii's 145 population, and there is actually at this point no way for him to actually engage in a proper fight against Yoshii. But what he can do is he can spread his units thin, he can get raids going, he can try and get to the next age, try and get himself some tech advantage here. He does spot some Ulfsarks over here, still no town center up as the Yoshii units are on this position. I wouldn't be surprised if Yoshii just grabs this town center for himself, in all honesty, at this point. He has made that mistake once, but at this moment here, he's getting farms thrown up in his base. He's still got a pig left here. He's got a lot of wood income over here and over here. Lots of economy going to be coming through. He's also eating the Aurochs on the front there to boot, as the mana getting taken down on this position. Shelty going to be retreating back on this position as well. And we see the mana coming up here from Shelty there, as the counter barracks going down. Counter barracks over here might go down as well. Skadi coming through. Shelty will be able to go to the heroic gauge. He does go. Oh, he goes through Rhea. Now, there's two options here. You have the Stymphalian Bird, which is a really, really difficult unit to actually counter if you don't have access to the Troll or the Fire Giant for Norse. You can use the Throw and Axeman, but with some good micro, especially with the Caladria, with good micro and the Caladria, those Stymphalian Birds are nigh impossible to kill for the Norse player until they have the Fire Giant. But Rhea gives Trader, and that does steal away the Frost Giants from the... Man, the town center is going to go up so fast. It does throw away it does take away the Frost Giants from the Odin player, as Shelty pushing through, trying to pick off these units. We see the Terma coming through here. Going to be getting some picks onto the Throw and Axeman nicely there, as these Caladria are still dodging arrows beautifully there. You literally cannot pick off these Caladria with Norse unless you have trolls in the classical age. You can't pick them off. They're just going to exist. Which is, I mean, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, why haven't we seen this more? Have Arados players tried going Oceanus, tried using Caladria? Does it just not work? Like, obviously, I'm having some problems here for Shelty, but with maybe a little bit more aggression in the earlier stages of the game here from Shelty, you might have had more of an opportunity as the army pushing through, going to attempt to stop this hill fort from going up. There will be a behemoth to come through onto this position here, as those Terma trying to take out the Throw and Axeman as best as they can. The Terma coming through onto this position will be able to snipe down some Throw and Axeman over here as well. Behemoth starting to hit this position, but while this is going on, double palace coming down. Too little, too late, as Yoshii's Ulfsark smash and collide in with this position. The palace looks like it will come up over here, but one palace up with 300 HP. That's a dead palace. That's some dead villagers over here. They're going to attempt to make a break for it there, as the Behemoth will be able to clean up at least this town center. His fortified town centers is coming through. Did Yoshii just delete his Frost Giant? No, he's leaving it in his home base. That's a little bit dangerous. If Shelty sees that, he can still trade that and get some villager kills there with said Frost Giant. Not a bad usage of the Frost Giant at all. But Yoshii's villager count is super, super high. Villagers popping out here. The Caladria can heal this one back up, but it looks like it's going to not happen here. And we see the villagers too little for that movement there. And Shelty, in that position, does admit defeat here, does not find the victory. I love this Caladria attempt here. I think this was super creative from Shelty. We really haven't seen this type of play before. I don't think he needed to go to 3 Caladria, but the idea of 2 Caladria to keep each other alive, healing up his units, defending against Valkyries in a different way, where it's like instead of needing to heroize an Oracle or something to defend, you can just heal that one up as the Valkyrie is shanking down, pop it out over the other side, heal it up again. It's very micro intensive because the Caladria is a bit of a funky unit to use, or a clunky unit to use, but there's definitely a place for Oceanus. Just seeing this, you got to say, like, maybe with a little bit more investigation into Oceanus, there's more of a place for Oceanus than I think we may have first thought here. Great strategy from Shelty. Yoshii, on the other hand, though, I mean, how do you This is like Odin play to perfection. Look at the resource difference. Look at the villager high here of 81. The resource difference here. Military wise, Shelty did have the unit kill lost advantage here, but he just could not convert that into villager kills enough. He needed to continue to get those villager kills in. And I think there was like this attack on this town center where he didn't kill this town center, kind of spelt the doom for him because he wanted this hunt. If he picked off this town center, he probably would have been fine here, but just could not quite manage to make it work. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.